Looking for his 9th victory of the year against 5 defeats. ERA in the mid-2s, making his 20th start. Missed about 6 or 7 because of injuries. And outstanding numbers all the way across the board. 58 less hits than innings pitched. Strikeouts, the best ratio in the major leagues.
Kirk Gibson to lead things off, and the fastball down low from Nolan Ryan. Gibson hitting at .240. 15 home runs, 48 driven in. And Hal McRae, the Royals manager tonight, has changed things around significantly in his batting order. He has a lot of veteran ball players, the ones that are available to him in the lineup. Along with Gibson, he put Kevin Seitzer back in the lineup at third base. He has Warren Cromartie playing first, Jim Eisenreich in center field. So he's trying to get some guys in there that have had some at-bats against Ryan.
And try to get those left-handed bats there. And also Mac was saying that they've had a long stretch here. Not many off days. Had a lot of day games, a double hitter, and has been wanting to give some guys a day off. His son Brian McRae, he'll be back in tomorrow.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Gibson leading things off. And Nolan back with a 1-2 pitch. Line drive, center field. That'll be a base hit. Juan Gonzalez plays it on a bounce, and Gibson aboard with the lead. So that removes the suspense that folks in the stands might have felt as far as the possibility of a no-hitter. Kirk Gibson taking care of things.
There's only one good changeup, and that's one down in the strike zone. This one left about belt buckle out over the plate, and Gibson with a shot to center.
Gibson aboard, and he still has better than average speed. Kevin Seitzer up there, who's very proficient at moving the ball around. Breaking ball hangs inside, ball 1.
Well, it's much better evening for the Royals to try to use the stolen base. The previous 2 nights, more of the hit and run, but with Nolan on the mound, the big leg kick offers speedsters like Gibson a chance to get a big jump.
Ryan with a check of Gibson, who has a pretty good lead at first base, and Nolan drives him back. Rafael Palmeiro holding Gibson on. Kirk Gibson with 15 stolen bases and 18 attempts this year. He is second on the ball club to Brian McRae in stolen bases. He's on the move. The throw to second, not nearly in time. Pudge Rodriguez, even with his arm, had no chance to throw out Kirk Gibson.
Gibby had about a 4-step, look at this, 1, 2, 3-step, 4-step lead before Nolan even got rid of the ball. And Pudge might as well just stick it in his back pocket. Still made it close.
Gibson with his 16th stolen base. And the Royals now with 91 on the year as a team. And runners at first and second with 1 out for Kirk Gibson.
Well, I need to correct you. It was 1-5.
No, it wasn't.
It was 1-5.
No, it was not.
The average was 1-8 to 2.
I said the fastest we got you. You might have been holding a stopwatch on yourself. Bobby Valentine out now to talk to his big right-hander. And he's taking home plate umpire Jim Evans with him. So I think the question might be, is Nolan okay or not? Of course, he's been struggling with that trapezius muscle in the back of his right shoulder. And some action will begin very quickly now down the left field bullpen. Terry Matthews up and beginning to throw. So Bobby Valentine now back to the Ranger dugout very slowly.
When Steve Buechele went to talk with Ryan, I thought there was one of 2 things, possibly the injury. The other thing was that, you know, David Howard got such a big jump. I figured that maybe Nolan was just upset with himself that he was not more conscious of holding the runner closer. But definitely the look from Nolan, something is not right.
So Nolan now with back-to-back walks, back to the top of the Royals order. Kirk Gibson had a base hit to center field to begin things in this ball game for Kansas City, and came around to score the only Royals run. Howard and Shumpert aboard, and the first pitch to Gibson is pounded to right field. That is well foul and out of play. Very reminiscent of the shot that Juan Gonzalez hit for the Rangers to left field his first time up.
In a case of a pitcher making an adjustment and the hitter. Last time up, Gibson hit a changeup to center field for a base hit. He comes up looking something different, looking hard on the first pitch. Got a good pitch to hit. Got too far out front.
Talk about looking hard. You see that stare that Nolan gave Gibson? That's a hard look, too. It should be an interesting pitch. 0-1 the count. High and inside. 1-1.
And talking with Gibby today, nice little smile. This ball come up and in. He got hit with a pitch last night and said, hey, and I think his views on being hit are shared by many, is that most hitters don't really get angry if you catch it in the side or down in the leg area. Where most guys get angry is the ball up around the face.
That's the one that'll scare you. It's what hitters don't like. Time called momentarily. Anyway, back to that split we were talking about. If you put a 1-7 or a 1-8, which is outstanding for a catcher to get the ball to second base, along with something in the 1-3 to 1-4 area for a pitcher to get the ball to home plate, that's where you come up with a 3-1, 3-2, 3.1 or 3.2. Most base runners with an average jump and very good, most base stealers, it takes just about 3.1 seconds from the time they recognize the delivery to get into second base. So that's why that split is very important. If you were down at 1-5 at one time, you could have the slowest man in the world out there and make it close. Gibson pops this one up on the first base side or third base side and out of play. 2-2.
Well, I think that's one thing that a lot of good throwing catchers share in common, is the fact that they can make up a lot of a difference for good jumps. But in the case of the one we just saw, there's not anything in the world that could have made up for that.
So Nolan Ryan here looking for the round ball at somebody on the infield. See if we can turn that double play and get out of this inning. Back-to-back walks to David Howard and Terry Shumpert. And put them at second and first, respectively. Now Ryan sets and he checks Howard. Fouled off Pudge Rodriguez's mask. Still 2-2. And more action beginning in the Ranger bullpen. Mike Jeffcoat joins Terry Matthews. Jeffcoat, of course, the left-hander down there.
And both have had a couple of days off, so they should be ready to go.
Rodriguez going through the series of signs. Now Nolan has the one he wants. Breaking ball, check swing, and no swing, says Dale Scott down at third. So the count runs full. Kirk Gibson with that very short stroke, so he's able to check that swing a little more easily than some other hitters. Full count and 1 out. Royals with very good speed on the bases. We'll see if Hal McRae turns them loose here with Gibson at the plate. Howard and Shumpert. Kirk Gibson with 69 strikeouts and 367 at bats.
I figure with a strikeout pitcher like Ryan that you would not run him, but McRae has been very aggressive.
They're not going, and the pitch is grounded towards second. Franco doesn't go off his glove and has no play. That's going to be scored a base hit for Kirk Gibson.
And really an AstroTurf hit. Basically playing about the same distance as he does on grass. And a ball hit very hard, and because of the turf, very quickly. And Franco could not come up with it. Got there. It looked like in the palm of his hand. But fortunately kept it close enough to keep the runners from scoring.